morning students. Can now start the next question of exercise 3.5. We have done up to the question number 2 of exercise 3.5. This is the exercise of cross multiplication method. Now we are doing the question number 3. It's actually question number 3 is really so easy. So you can do yourself. I am going to explain you. Or in case of any problem, you can ask me in a Zoom class. The question is solve the following linear pair by substitution or the cross multiplication method. So you have to solve the equation by the two methods, that is the substitution and the cross multiplication. And you should know that by if you do any question with any method, the answer will be same. So the first equation is 8x plus 5y is equal to 9. 8x plus 5y is equal to 9. This is equation 1. And 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. This is equation 2. Now you have to solve the equation by two methods, that is the substitution method, in which we substitute the value of any variable like the x or the y in the other equation. I explained you this method in exercise 3.3. If you have any doubt in this method, you can again saw the videos. You can see the videos of exercise 3.3 to understand what is the substitution method. And second is the cross multiplication method. I explained you what is the cross multiplication method. First, you will write the coefficient of y and then the constant value and then the coefficient of x, and then by using the formula x upon b1c2 minus c2 minus b2c1 is equal to y upon, it will be c1 a2. Okay, I have to write here like 8. First of all, write the coefficient of y, that is 5 and 2, and then constant value, and then coefficient of x, and then coefficient of y again. I explained you this method in last video. So okay, doesn't matter, I am going to explain you again. X upon coefficient of y, then constant value, then the coefficient of x, and then again the coefficient of y. Then x upon this into this minus this into this. 5 4s are 20 minus 9 2s are 18 is equal to y upon 9 3s are 27 minus 4 8s are 32 is equal to 1 upon here. Okay. In this question, since the constant values are towards the right side of the equation, so we will write minus 1 upon. I explained you last lectures that in case of if the constant values are towards the LHS, then you will write 1 upon. So it is minus 1 upon 8 2 are 16 minus 3 5s are 15. So you will solve it like this. When you solve the x upon something with the minus 1 upon, you can find the value of x here, and by solving with this equation, you can find the value of y. I'm not going to explain in brief because I have explained you last lecture. Okay. Now, in this video, we will try to understand some problems of this exercise. Exercise 3.5. The problem-based question started from the question number 4. And you can solve these equations by any of the method, either the substitution, elimination or the cross multiplication. It's your choice. Okay, the first question is, a part of monthly hostel charges is fixed and remaining depends on the number of days. So suppose you take food from your hostel mass, and according to the mass, their charges is like this. You will pay something fixed charge. Suppose 100 rupees the fixed charge you have to pay, and then per day charges means for the 1 day it is 50 rupees, for the 2 day 50 plus 50 100 rupees. So there is a fixed charge which you have to pay with the additional charge, that is per day charges. So here in question you have a fixed charge and the per day charges. So again, the question is, a part of monthly hostel charges is fixed and the remaining depends on the number of days one has to take the food in the mass. Okay. When a student A take a food for 20 days and she has to pay ₹1000 as a hostel charges. Okay. First fixed charges or not only for the mass, it's the hostel charges. So one is the hostel charges and the other one is the per day charges of your food. So you will say, let hostel charges, hostel fixed charge is equal to, suppose the fixed charge is x. It means this charge you have to pay either for the hostel or for the mass. And second one is the per day charges of mass. Per day charge of mass. Suppose it is y. And a girl take a food for 20 days. For 20 days, she has to pay X rupees. This is a fixed charge she has to pay. And if the per day charges is y rupees, then for the 20 rupees, how much money she will pay? For the 2 days, it will be 2y. For the 3 days, 3y. And for the 20 days, it will be 20y. So, for the 20 days, a girl has to pay the fixed charge, that is X, and the per day charges with the number of days. Suppose she take the food for the 20 days, it means she has to pay 20y rupees. And this total charges is rupees 1000. This is the first equation. Second one is, where is the student B who take the food for 26 days and pay rupees 1180. For this 26 days, again the student B has to pay this fixed charge, that is X, and for the 26 days he has to pay 26y rupees, because 1 day charge for the food is y rupees and for the 26 days it will be 26y, and this total payment is 1180. This is the equation second. Now you can solve this equation by any of the method. The easiest method is the elimination method. So we can solve it by using the elimination method. We can subtract the equation by subtracting the equation second from the equation 1. Now we know that for subtraction we have to change the sign. So we get minus 6y is equal to minus 180. Minus will cancel out with minus, then y is equal to 180 upon 6. It will be 30. So we get the value of y, that is 30. Now how can we find the value of x? We can put this value y in either of the equation, like 1 or 2. So suppose I am putting the value of y in equation 1. X plus 20y is equal to 1000 rupees. Then x plus 20 into 30 is equal to 1000. It means x plus 600 is equal to 1000. Then what is the value of x? It is 400 rupees. Again, it's very important that you have to write this unit with the values. Like the question, you have to find the fixed charge. So you will write the fixed charge is rupees 400. And the per day charges for food is rupees 30. So it's important to write down the unit with the values. Okay. This is the first part of the equation of the question number 4. Now we are going with the second. We are going with the next part of the question 4. You can pause video for writing this answer. I am going to rub this board now. Now we will do question number 2. So according to the second question is, a fraction becomes 1 upon 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator and becomes 1 upon 4 when 8 is added to the denominator. What is a fraction? So you will say let the fraction, let the numerator of the fraction. We know that in a fraction we have a numerator in the upper side and in the lower side is a denominator. Our fraction is in the form of a upon b. So this is called the numerator, this is the denominator. Now according to question, we will say first of all we have to say that let numerator of fraction is equal to x and the denominator of fraction is equal to y. Okay, so that according to our view, the fraction is x upon y. Now we will write according to question. What is there in the question? Question is, fraction becomes 1 upon 3 when 1 subtracted from the numerator. We have to subtract 1 from the numerator and we don't do anything with the denominator. We get the fraction is 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3 when 1 is subtracted from. So 1 upon 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator. And it becomes 1 upon 4 when 8 is added to the denominator. So we do nothing with the numerator and we add 8 to the denominator according to question. So it becomes 1 upon 4. Now you can simplify both the equation. For simplifying this equation, you can cross multiply like this. You will multiply 3 with the x minus 1 and 1 with y like this. And you will get 3x minus 3 is equal to y, or we can say 3x minus y is equal to 3. This is equation 1. And We can again simplify this equation by cross multiplication, like 4x is equal to y plus 8. So what should be the second equation? It will be 4x minus y is equal to 8. This is equation second. Now you can simplify, you can solve this equation by using any of the method. The easiest method is the elimination method. So we are going with the elimination method. This is 4x minus y is equal to 8. Since in both equation we have the equal coefficient of y. So we can subtract the equation. Why we have to subtract the equation? Because in subtraction we know that we have to change the sign. And again, if this y is negative and this y becomes positive, they will cancel out. So we subtract the equation 2 from the equation 1 by changing the sign, and we will get minus x is equal to minus 5, or we can say x is equal to 5. This is the value of x. It means this is the numerator. Again, for finding the denominator, you can put the value of x in either the equation, either 1 or 2. So I am putting the value of x in equation 1. 3x minus y is equal to 3. So in place of x I am writing 5 minus y is equal to 3. It will be 15 minus y is equal to 3, or we can say y is equal to how much? It will be 12. So again, this is not the complete question. Again, you have to write the answer. Answer means what is the fraction? You have to find the fraction. So you will say the fraction is equal to numerator upon denominator. This is answer. This was the equation second. Now again, you can pause video for writing answer. I am going to rub the board now. I am going to rub it. Now the third question. Okay, the third part of question number 4. Yash scored 40 marks in a test and getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 marks for each wrong answer. Suppose you get 3 marks for 1 correct answer. If you do 2 correct answers, then how many marks you will get? It will be 2 into 3, 6. And how many marks you will get if you do 10 correct questions? It will be 3 into 10 will be 30 marks. It means if Yash do the number of questions correct is equal to x. So let the correct question is equal to x and the incorrect question done by Yash. Incorrect question is equal to 1. So if he is getting 3 marks for each correct answers, it means how many marks he will get for x correct answer? It will be 3 into x. So these are the marks attained by Yash for x correct answers. Now again, he is losing 1 marks for 1 incorrect answer. And suppose you get 1 minus 1 for 1 incorrect, then how will you get for 5 incorrect answer? You will get minus 1 into 5, that is minus 5. And what's about if you do y incorrect answer? Then you will get minus 1 into y marks. So these are the marks he get for incorrect answers. For x correct answer, he get 3x marks because he is getting 3 marks for each correct answer. And he is getting minus 1 for 1 incorrect. It means he will get minus 1 into y for y incorrect answers. Now the score of Yash is 40 marks. This is the equation first. Now the second equation is, if he had 4 marks being awarded for each correct answer and minus 2 for incorrect answer. So again, if he doing x correct answer, then how much he will get for, if he get 4 marks for each correct answer, then how much he will get for x correct answer? He will get 4x marks. And again minus 2 for 1 incorrect answer. Then for y incorrect answer, he will get minus 2 into y marks. That is equal to, how much marks he scored now? 50. So this is the equation second. Okay. So you can solve this equation by any of the method. Now we have the easiest method as the elimination method, or since we know that the coefficient of y is 2, and again if we want to cancel out the y, we have to multiply this equation by 2. This is 2y, and again you wanted this should be 2y, then what will you do? You will multiply this whole equation by 2. So we will write here by multiplying the equation 1 by 2. So it is 6x 3xx minus 2y is equal to 80. This is the equation third. We get equation third by multiplying the equation 1 by 2. Why we multiplied by 2? So that the coefficient of y becomes equal. Now, we know that both the y have the same sign. Or if you want to cancel out these y, what will you do? You will subtract the equation. Because in subtraction, you have to change the sign. And if you change sign, y will cancel out. And you will get minus 2x is equal to how much? It is minus 30. Then x is equal to 15. So this is x. Again, how will you get y here? By putting the value of x in and with the equation either 1 or 2. So I am going to put the value of x in equation 1, that is 3x minus y is equal to 40. In place of x I am writing 15. Minus y is equal to 40. It will be 45. Minus y is equal to 40. Then what is value 5 is 5. So this is not complete quotient. Then you will write the number of correct answers. Since x is the number of correct answer. So we will write the number of correct answer is 15 and the number of incorrect answer is 5. So this is the third part of question number 4. Now again you can pause video for writing answer and I am going to explain you the next question. It means the next part of the question number 4. This is the fourth part of question 4. Yeah, it's a really important question and I'm going to explain you. Try to understand it. In case of any problem, you can ask me in your Zoom class. So this is the fourth part of question 4. A and B are 100 km apart on a highway. So these are the places which are at the distance of 100 km from each other. The distance between them is 100 km. One car starts from A, another from B. Now suppose this is a car and it starts from the A and this is another car start from B. These are the two cars, one start from A and the other from B. And at the same time, if car travel in the same direction at different speed, they meet in 5 hours. So they start at the same time and if they move in a same direction like this. So they meet in 5 hours. Just try to understand it. Suppose this car starts from here and it is moving like this. Another car starts from this point and again it is moving like this. It's obviously the speed of the car started from the point B should be less as compared to the car start from the point A. तभी तो इसको cross करेगी. So let the speed of this car is less as compared to the car which is start from the point A. So what will happen? According to question, after 5 hours, both the car meet. It means in 5 hours, suppose this car travel this distance, then again this first car has to travel this distance. And then meet in 5 hours. In 5 hours, the car start from the point B. Suppose I am writing it like second car and this is the first car. So the distance covered by the second car in 5 hours is this one and the first car covered the distance in 5 hours is this one. So it means the difference of the distance covered by both the car is 100 km. एक बार फिर समझते देखिए, एक कार ने यहाँ से शुरू किया, दूसरी ने यहाँ से शुरू किया. अब क्या है, इसकी स्पीड कम है, इसकी स्पीड ज़्यादा है, तो एक टाइम के बाद इसको ओवरटेक कर जाएगी. तो हमसे ये कहा गया है कि अगर दोनों सेम डायरेक्शन में जाती हैं तो उसने 5 आवर्स में दूसरी कार पहले को ओवरटेक कर जाती है. इसका मतलब क्या है कि 5 आवर्स में जितनी डिस्टेंस इसने कवर करा और 5 आवर्स में जितना डिस्टेंस इसने कवर करा, इन दोनों का डिफरेंस दिया है 100 किलोमीटर. सो अब now we are going to write the equation for this statement. You will write the speed of car start from point A is equal to x. So let the speed of this car is x. This is the first car and the speed of the car start from the point B is equal to y and another car which start from the point B is y. Now according to question, we know that distance is equal to speed multiplied by the time. If the speed of this first car is x and in 5 hours this car overtake the second car. It means how much distance is covered by this first car in 5 hours? It will be x into 5, that is 5x. So this car travel the distance of 5x. And again in 5 hours, the distance covered by this second car will be, again speed multiply the time. The time taken by this car is 5 hours and the speed is y. So the distance covered by this car by B is, started from B is 5 hours. Now the difference of both the distance covered by these cars is 100. It means 5x minus 5y is equal to 100. This is the equation 1. Again, this is the first equation. Again in the question, if they travel in opposite direction. The question is, if they travel in opposite direction, they meet in 1 hour. So it means, if one car start from this point and it travel towards this side, and one other car start from this point and travel towards this side, it means the total distance covered by both the car is how much? It is 100. So this car having the speed of x, and since they both the car will meet in 1 hour. अब देखो समझते हैं फिर से, दोनों का एक ने यहाँ से शुरू किया और एक ने यहाँ से शुरू किया, दोनों अपोजिट जा रहे हैं. और if they meet in 1 hour, it means the distance covered by this car in 1 hour will be 1 into x. Since the speed of this car is x and the time taken by this car to meet is 1 hour. So the distance covered by this first car is 5x. And how much distance is covered by this second car, car B? It will be 1 into y, that is, sorry, not the 5, it is 1x. And the distance covered by this car is 1 into y. So the total distance covered by both the car is now 100. एक यहाँ से आ रही है, यहाँ से आ रही, दोनों यहाँ के मिलके इसका मतलब दोनों का मिलाकर डिस्टेंस कितना है? It is 100. So according to the question, the second equation is x plus y is equal to 100. The distance covered by both the car, the sum of the distance covered by both the car is 100 times. So we have these two equations. And again, we can simplify this equation 1 by dividing it by 5. Because all the values are divisible by 5. So we can divide the equation 1 by 5, or we can say, if we take 5 as common here and we bring this 5 in the division of 100, we will get, that is, x minus y is equal to 20. So we have two methods to simplify the equation. Either we can take 5 as a common or फिर 5 से cancel कर दिया. Second one, we can divide this equation by 5. So these are the two equations now. What can we do for cancel out y? We can add the equation. So we are going to add the equations. Y will cancel out with y. We get 2x is equal to 120. And what is the value of x here? X is equal to 60. 60 kilometer per hour. So this is the speed of the car. And we have the time in hours and having the distance in kilometer. So the speed will be in kilometer per hour. This is the value of x. And how will you get the value of y? By put the value of x in any of the equation, either 2 or 3 or either 1. So I am putting the value of y, x in equation 2. That is x plus y is equal to 100. 60 plus y is equal to 100. Then y is equal to 40 kilometer per hour. So again you have to write the answer like, the speed of the car start from the point A is 60 km per hour and the car start from the point B is 40 km per hour. This is really important question. This is the question number 4, part 4th of question 4. Now I am going to explain you the 5th part of question number 4. Again you can pause video for writing answer. So it's easy to understand that the distance covered, if the car are moving in a same direction, the difference of the distance covered by both the car is equal to the AB. And if they are moving in opposite direction, the sum of the distance covered by both the cars should be AB, that is 100. Now this is the last question of exercise 3.5. Fifth good part. Fifth part of question number 4. The area of the rectangle get reduced 9 square unit if length reduced by 5 and breadth increased by 3. So we don't know what is the length and what is the breadth about the rectangle. So let the length of rectangle is equal to x and the breadth of rectangle is equal to y. So according to question, the question is, if we length is reduced by 5 and breadth is increased by 3. Okay, if the length is x and breadth is y, then what should be the area of the rectangle? It will be x into y, that is length into the breadth. Now in question, the length reduced by 5, it means what is the new length is? Length is 5x minus 5. If the length is x and if we reduce the length by 5, it means what should be the new length? It should be x minus 5. And breadth is increased by 3. We are going to increase the breadth, that is by 3. So this is the new breadth. What should be the area now? Area, the same formula, the length multiplied with the breadth. It means this is the new area. And according to question, the area reduced by 9. It means initially it has the area of xy and it reduced by 9 means it becomes minus 9. So you can simplify the equation by multiplying these brackets. It will be xy plus 3x minus 5y minus 15 is equal to xy minus 9. Xy will cancel out with xy. The equation is 3x minus 5y is equal to 15. On the RHS sign will be changed. It will be plus 15 minus 9, it means 6. This is the first equation. Now according to question, if we increase the length by 3, now the length is x plus 3. We increase the length by 3 and breadth by 2. And now the breadth is y plus 2. The area is increased by 67 square unit. So what is the new area is? xy plus 67. Now again we can simplify this equation like this one by multiplying the brackets. It will be xy plus 2x plus 3y plus 6 is equal to xy plus 67, and xy will cancel out with xy. The equation we get is 2x plus 3y is equal to how much? It will be 61. Yes, this is the equation second. Again we can simplify the equation by any of the method. So okay, again I am going to explain how can we simplify it. First, pause video for writing answer because I am going to rub board. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. And suppose we want to cancel out x, then what should we have to do? It can become 6 and it can become 6. So for cancel out x, we can multiply this first equation by 2 and the second equation by 3. तो आप चाहते हो x कैंसिल हो जाए तो 3 और 2 को 6 बनाया जा सकता है by multiplying it by 2 and by multiplying equation second by 3. So you will write by multiplying the equation 1 by 2 and equation 2 by 3. So I am going to write the answer we get after multiplying. It will be 6x minus 10y is equal to 12, and this one 6x plus 9y is equal to 183. So we are going to separate the equation. We get minus 19y is equal to how much? Minus 171. Is it? Yes. Minus will cancel out with minus. Then y is equal to 171 upon 19. I think it will cancel out by 9. Yes. So y is equal to 9. And after getting the value of y, we can put the value in either any of the equation, either 1 or 2, for getting the value of x. I am putting the value of y in equation first. 3x minus 5y is equal to 6, and 3x minus 5 into 9 is equal to 6. Then 3x minus 9 factor 45 is equal to 6. 3x is equal to 45 will be on RHS with the positive sign. So it will become 51. And what is the value of x is? 1717. Yeah. So these are the answers. It means the length is 17 meter. Is it? Okay. There is no any unit for value. So you will write the length is equal to 17 unit. Okay. Because there is not given that it is either it is meter, kilometer or whatever. So we will write it 17. And the breadth is how much? It is 9 units. So these are the answer. Now we have completed the exercise 3.5. In next lecture we will continue with the exercise 3.6 And in any case of in case of any doubt, you can ask me in your Zoom class. Okay, bye.